So, imagine this, an oil tanker burns off the coast of Yemen. The crew says it was Somali pirates, but when a British Marine surveyor starts asking questions, he's murdered by a car bomb. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Bookmark, with me, Mark. Channel dedicated, of course, to non-fiction reads, and this is my latest book chat regarding a book I've just finished, and it's Dead in the Water, the real-life story of fraud, power, and a man who died trying to expose the truth. And I have to say, it's a corker. It's a great book, thoroughly engaging, absorbing, and maybe enjoyable is a strange word for it, but I liked it anyway. So what is it about? It is about the 2011 incident that occurred on the Brillante Virtuoso, which was a ship. I can't really tell you who owns it, because, well, I can tell you who owns it after reading the book, but there's a lot of stuff you have to go through to find out who the real owners and things are. It's all very dark and mysterious. But this ship reported a pirate attack, said that the pirates set off a rocket-propelled grenade in the crew quarters. Nobody was killed, but all didn't seem like it should do, because the ship was smoking. It seemed to be on fire, but then when the crew and everyone was rescued by the US Navy, it was kind of smoking, but not really on fire. A salvage crew was able to arrive almost immediately, like they were waiting for it to happen. And then mysteriously, the fire and things got worse, and the ship ended up being destroyed. So an enormous insurance claim follows this action, but things don't quite add up. To all intents, a really nice and wonderful man called David Mockett, who's a British surveyor, marine surveyor based in Yemen. He goes on to investigate on behalf of one of the syndicates involved in the insurance. One of the insurance companies involved in the syndicate out of Lloyd's of London. It's all very interesting, this stuff, I have to say. It really is. Might not sound like it, but there's a chapter even on how the maritime insurance industry works and Lloyd's of London, how they do stuff. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. I was pretty much engrossed in all that. But poor old David Mockett goes on, he investigates, he's like, it doesn't look like this was a rocket-propelled grenade, there's something fishy here. And he goes to prepare his report. After work, he gets into his car blows up, and he's killed. It's absolutely shocking and outrageous. The authors, journalists I can't say their names, Chellel and Matthew Campbell, okay, the first name I couldn't say, they take on the story, trying to uncover the murky world of ship owners, shell companies, corruption, and global complicity within this. It was a definite 5-star read for me. The story feels like a thriller, but of course it's all true. It's fast-paced, and the way it's structured definitely keep you wanting to come back and keep turning those pages. It's just beggars belief to me how shockingly easily crime can be committed there, of course, on the high seas. And what's even more shocking is that generally the people committing it will get away with it. That's absolutely mad. It was almost like reading a real life John le Carré thriller, but unfortunately this was a real man who had been really murdered, and of course really lots of money as well being stolen, I suppose, really. It just kind of shows you, as I say, the lawlessness inherent almost maybe in international shipping. At least that's the vibe I got from this book. Shows you also how fragile justice is when, of course, the perpetrators of this are very rich men, in some cases oligarchs within Greece in this instance. It highlights as well the courage of people like Mockett and, of course, the journalists themselves in writing about it. But it was, really a really incredible story that I can't recommend highly enough. Who would like it? Well, fans of true crime, but fans of true crime who like a little bit of mental exercise, let's say, because it's not just murder, but also meaning, as well as as I say, a lot of financial irregularities, but there's never anything that's too hard to grasp, that's for sure. And some things that could have been very boring actually weren't. So that was, to me, something that I really, really appreciated. And of course, anyone interested in things like journalism, corruption, maritime history would probably benefit from reading this as well. I think the book deserves a lot of attention in the non-fiction sphere. It's explosive, sorry for that word, but it's also thoughtful, compassionate, and eye-opening. And for me, it was a real standout in non-fiction that I've read so far this year. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 that were absolute corkers so far. But, you know, we'll see. There's still half the year to go almost, so there we go. Let me know, of course, in the comments if you've read Dead in the Water, or if you know of any other true crime book that shocked you like this shocked me, or anything else you would like to recommend. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. That would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, all the best. Bye bye.